Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Guys, do me a favor, click a one on the channel. So used to the webinar. Click a like on the channel, support the channel, and hopefully again I will continue to bring you value. Right now it's about 15 minutes to the close. I'm recording the video now. I have to take both of my kids, my daughter to practice, my son to God knows post-mortem what the hell he's doing in high school, but I have to take him to that. So I figured let me get my thoughts kind of across here, and we will hopefully get everybody prepared for the next day. Currently, Dow, and again, it's 15 minutes to the close, so prices could change, obviously, but 15 minutes to the close, Nasdaq's up 100 points, Dow's up about 60, S&P is up 24 points. Nothing materialistically has changed in the tape. Those are the easiest updates I can make. Nothing geopolitically has changed in the tape. Those are the easiest updates I can make. And the market continues to grind. And the Qs are just about above the daily Bollinger Band. Why is that important? Because the daily Bollinger Band acts as a trampoline. If we could just get firmly above this daily Bollinger Band, then there's a really good opportunity for us to test the February 19 highs in the next several weeks. Obviously, the market is not going to go in a straight line. You'll have your trials and tribulations. You have your headlines. You have all that stuff. But the point is, if we can just get back above this Bollinger Band, especially around the 533, 534 area on the QQQs, you should see some pretty good attractive prices. Speaking of headlines, right? And these are pretty important headlines. China and the United States have been continuing their tariff talks, their conversation throughout the day. So it's very, very important. You know, the world is kind of waiting for a little bit more clarity of if anything gets done. And that's a very, very big if. Again, it's not going to be a 1 or 2 day event. There's going to be a lot of concessions. There's going to be a lot of compromises. But again, that's the point of negotiations and discussions. Trump, however, did tell Fox News, again, this is all hearsay from Fox News, but Iran has become a more aggressive partner or lack of partner in the continuation of nuclear talks. Obviously, nobody wants to hear the word nuclear and talk in the same, nuclear in any conversation, but that's obviously a very, very big deal. But the most important part is what the market is doing, what individual equities are doing. And the same names that we've been seeing with very, very strong presence in the options market is really doing very, very well. So let's talk about at least some areas of the market that I've saw to put me a little bit of interest going into the next couple of days. Some very odd bets going into for the next couple of days. Let's start off with the stock APLD, right? APLD, I'm not really familiar with the name. Apparently, the stock had a really, really big move in the month of June. It's kind of consolidating right now, trying to get back above the 5-day moving average. That's not the big story. I saw a good amount of flow come in for the weekly 16 calls. Guys, the stock's a $12 stock. Well, why is somebody buying $16 weekly calls, right? Somebody's buying weekly calls, $4 out of the money. Again, if you believe in the theory of somebody always knows something, maybe somebody does, maybe somebody doesn't. But the point is, we did see a decent amount of APLD weekly 16 calls, something you definitely want to pay attention to. Another buyer who caught my interest was First Solar, right? First Solar, again, had this really, really magnificent run in May, topped out around 199. This has been kind of consolidating and trying to build a base above the 50-day SMA, which is very, very important. A noteworthy buyer came in for $439,000 worth of premium for the weekly 172.50 calls. Why is that important? Again, that's $10 out of the money with no catalyst in sight. So it's a very, very important area. Google, we talked about last night, a potential breakout. Google broke out today on some pretty big AI news. The options market is really betting heavy into this news. The notable bets came for the Google August 15, 190 calls. Some 200 calls came in as well. So very, very important to understand that as well. But the most important one, right? The most important one is Tesla, right? So if you guys remember yesterday and talk about what a day, what a day difference, right? Yesterday, I was all pissed off. I missed the short in the morning, missed the rally in the afternoon. I was literally just, I went to hang myself. Okay, not okay. Maybe I should say that. But again, you kind of get the point. Today, completely different story. I caught the beautiful washout, into that 311 rising support. Again, we talk about the rising support all the time. My highest sale was in the 321s. Stock right now is trading 325s. Why is that important? Because 325 is that whole fiasco. You guys remember that the whole fiasco with Trump, with Elon? I'm giving you back my Tesla. You're a Nazi. Blah blah blah. You're in the Epstein case. Potato. A lot of dirt, right? A lot of dirt. And that was a really really big aggressive candle. So any close, folks, any close above 325 can really, really spark this. We saw some pretty aggressive call buying coming in for the 335 weeklies, 340 weekly. So any close, again, I don't know what time you guys are going to be watching this video, but right now, as you can see, stock is trading above the 325 levels, trying to build a base here. The next supply is coming up is roughly around this 329, 329.50s area. That's going to be the next big level of price discovery because the 150-day moving average is that 330. So obviously, any close above 325, good. Any close above 330 is wonderful because then you have a channel going to all the way up to 336, 337, and ultimately above this last supply zone. This could really open up to potential recent highs. So that's very, very good. TEM, right? TEM broke out yesterday very, very well. I don't want to say broke out of a 2-week range yesterday. Stock finally cleaned up an all-day seller at 69. Buyers were coming in with short-term, right, guys? Short-term $80 calls, and we saw some smaller buyers come in for short-term $100 calls. You're going to see a big area potentially being tested here in the next couple of days on the May highs. If the May highs get up, if they start confirming the May highs, then you start looking all the way up here into the February highs around Valentine's Day, all the way up to $86, $87. So TEM definitely one to watch in the next couple of days to see if it could get above those areas. Some other names of note. Amazon is still on a very, very big run. If you guys remember, broke above the 209 level yesterday, confirmed the 215 level, just kind of an inside day. As you can see, down 2 cents, which is absolutely nothing. As long as it doesn't lose the 5-day moving average and it continues to build above it, it should have a next leg run. Buyers are continuing to come in for the 220s, for the 225, so it's very, very important for that. Apple, right? Apple is definitely the weakest one in the bunch, one of the very few names that are still below the 50-day moving average, which is incredible considering the strength of this market. I am still watching that $200 level, that $200 level. If in case there is any type of profit taking, any weakness in the tape, watch that $200 level. It's held 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? 4 times. So it's very, very important it stays above it because if it doesn't, that is a natural pivot that we will definitely be watching just in case. NVIDIA continues to kind of grind up here. It reclaimed its earnings highs, and now it's just kind of grinding high. Really no advantage to the name one way or another. It's more of an important area of kind of just maintaining its formation. AMD that we talked about in last night's video broke out today, right? Broke out today. This is now the highest close in this whole formation. Assuming it closes, it's about 5 minutes to the close, 10 minutes to the close. It looks like a magnet to 225, or 125. That is where the options market was betting today. They were betting for the weekly 125 and the weekly 130. So kind of an abbreviated version of the nightly watch list. More important, guys, watch Tesla. Any close, again, any close above 325 is bullish. Any close above 330 will be really, really bullish. So guys, have a great night, everybody. God bless. Hope everybody's doing well. And God's help, I'll see you on the field tomorrow. Take care.